Good afternoon, everyone. This is now the second time meeting again. Can someone just tell me what is the name of the last lesson that you did? The last lesson with Sister City. Yes, Miss. Being a smart speaker, right? So, from the lesson that you are doing, being a smart speaker, we now want to go on and learn on how to create a budget. So, the topic that we're going to do now is create a budget. Then, what are the objectives of this session? Can someone read for us here? Any volunteer? Someone read the voice. Okay, read for us. Let's start.
Create a budget objective at the end of the season.
The session.
Well, at the end of the session, participants should.
Yes, you can go on to the next bullet.
Point number 1. Create a budget to achieve goals.
Yes. Shower, first one. Next bullet. Palesa.
To understand different budgets like personal, business, and family.
Yes, one to understand different budgets. When you say a budget, it's not just a blanket thing, but you need to categorize them as personal, business, and family. Right? Then the third bullet. Volunteer from this table. Shalom.
Learn ways to address the budget to cover for the deficits.
Yes. So we're going to learn some ways on how to adjust the budget so that you can cover when there's a deficit. Right? Are we together? Okay, fine. So those are our objectives. I just want to hear from you. I've got a set of questions which I have here. I will read them out. If you have done that thing, you stay that way. If you have done that thing, okay? I will be using on some actions to say, you ever done this, you ever done that. If you have done this, you stay down, right? Are we together? Right. So let me read the questions. Stand up if you like to eat ice cream. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you are wearing blue today. Blue jeans. Blue jeans and blue. Okay, that's blue. Right? Some of us don't know what they are wearing. Stand up if you are wearing blue today. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you have spent money today. Stand up if you have spent money today. Did you get into a text when you were coming here? Okay, fine. Sit down. Stand up if you have some money saved up at the moment. And you must say, sit down. Stand up if you'd like to have some money set aside. Stand up if you'd like to have some money set aside. Okay, sit down. Stand up if you really like spending money. Stand up if you plan carefully how much money you will send to your family this month. Stand up if you plan carefully how much money you would like to send to your family. See one person. Can you see? Stand up if you are confident that you will achieve your goals, if you are confident, others are not confident. Thank you so much. Okay. What was the purpose of this exercise? The purpose of this exercise, I'm trying to tweak your mind so that you start to think of a tool that we can use to manage our finances. That's why I was doing that exercise with you to say those who have stayed on this, stand up. Those who have said stand up. I just want to tweak your mind so that you start to think of a tool that we can use to manage our finances. Right. Like I said, we want to discuss about a budget. What do you think is a budget? In your own words, what is a budget? This one is an open one. In your opinion, your own thinking. Yes? It reminds me so many years back when I was a very pupil and a teacher, whom they would say, what do you think? They will give you a head down and they will say, oh, my man, are you telling me that your mind is shut down? Yes, what do you think?
I think the budget is a detailed document. Which shows a detailed document which shows us how the money is going to be. How your money is going to be used.
Okay. So I'm going to be repeating various points or phrases from the statement, right? It says a detailed document. Oh, now you're going to spend money. What else? Others' opinions? This is an opinion. Yes, Palace?
Your budget is a plan.
The budget is a plan. Someone might want to add a plan on what? Palisa says, in your opinion, it's a plan. What else? I'm very free to give each one of you who raises their hand an opportunity to talk. Very generous. If you raise your hand, I'll give you the opportunity. Choruses are not invited in this moment. Yeah. Alright. What is your opinion in Russia? Your opinion, a budget. Okay, what do you think, Nasha? What is a budget? Yes, the two. A tool on how to decide the amount of budget for our force. Right. So, all your opinions, we want to combine them, right? And come up with a definition of a budget. Right? The definition of a budget is given in our manuals. If you look at page 1 maintenance manual, it says a budget is a tool for making decisions. No, in my manual, no, don't go there, you open your manuals. For making decisions planning and using your money. In planning and using money in the best possible way to achieve your goals. So to those who are clear, I think they're writing this down where it's So it's a tool, like one person said here, for making decisions in planning and using your money in the best possible way. I'm wondering, learning the key, the most important phrases, right? To achieve your goals. Is that clear? So it's a tool for managing and planning the best way for you to use your money to achieve your goals. So what means here, fellow colleagues, is money is not just spent randomly. We have got tools that we use to make sure that we use our money wisely in the best possible ways. Are we together? Is the definition clear? Is it clear? Okay. So if the definition is clear, we now want to move on, right? And we see what does the Bible look like. So from this definition, what do you think should be in a budget? What elements do you think they should be in the budget? You say it is a tool for planning and using your money. What should be in the budget? What should be written in the budget? Yes, audit. Income, whether fixed. So audit is saying, I think in a budget there should be income, okay, elements of the budget. Income, state fixed. What else should be in the budget? Should be, what should be in the budget? Joshua? What?
Period.
The period, maybe the time you say which month or year, time, right? What else? Yes, Portia? Expenses. What else? In the expenses, we need to categorize them, right? Yes. What else? All these that you have said are correct. But now let us look at an example that we are given that is in our books. Let's get on to our on page 48. Page 48. An empty budget, an example of an empty budget. Are we seeing that? What is there? Can you pick the elements that are there? Can someone quickly rush us through the elements that are there? Yes.
Sources of income.
Yes.
We have sources of income, we have
income, subtotal fixed income, variable income, then subtotal variable income, then the total income.
So there's someone who says income. Yes, there is income, fixed and variable. What do you mean when you say fixed income or variable income? What do you mean? Fixed income, then variable income. Want to say?
Variable income can change, but fixed they don't change.
So, variable income and fixed income. Fixed income is income that you know that it's going to come. When the watch happens, it's going to come. It's fixed. The amount is also fixed. But variable changes. Variable income changes. Do you want to give an example as to what is variable income? Variable income, an example. Yes, Odd.
For example, the first person in your the other one, commission. So it depends on how much you
Let's shower. I'm going to give you a switch for this one. Right? And a good example of variable income commission. The higher the volume you sell, the more the money. The less the volume, the less the money. That's an example of variable income. Let's move on. What other aspects I think depend on the budget?
Expenses. We have essential expenses, needs, then subtotal needs. Then for the expenses, also have optional expenses like wants, then total expenses. Then income expense, net business income.
Let's shower here. So we now go on to expenses. We don't just spend money for the sake of spending. We create a budget. Then we have these expenses. And the expenses are clearly categorized as essentials, the needs. You remember the exercise that you were doing with it? To say what are needs. So the learning is being carried off. We're going to be using this to say what are the needs, what are essentials, versus the optional. What is the term? Optional. Optional expenses, or the wants. So if you do not get clearly the difference between the wants and the needs, we have a challenge there in terms of doing our budget. So she also went on to say, okay, now we have the income parts, we now subtract the expenses parts, and you see, what is the name given? Income minus expenses? Net business income. Then what comes below again? Okay. Net business income. That's at the end. I think net business. Net business income. Alright. So we now want to do this as an example. We've got a case study on page 47. So what I want you to do is in groups the way you are seated. Like I said, we do budgets, separate budgets. We don't just do one budget. For the business, for personal, and for the family. Right? So I want to start with the business budget. So what we're looking at is Lisa's blank business budget. So we now want in groups to do a case study on page 47 to read about Lisa's business budget. Right? Then after that, in those groups, I think I'll work with you 5 minutes, you then complete that empty budget that we're talking about. Right? To say fixed income from the story, from the case study, how much is it? Is there any valuable income? How much is it? So I want you in your groups, you read the story to each other,
she added up to the cells. She added up the cells for the month, including both
Sales to retailers gross is 850, while individual customers contribute $500, bringing their total variable income for the month. On top of that, she has stayed contract with her local municipality, which brought in an additional 1,200 altogether.
expect similar results next month.
She was able to
Assuming
calculate
there are
her
no
total
major
income
changes
for the month.
in orders.
She expects
Next,
similar
Lisa reviews the
results next month.
expenses from the previous month. She will be
So what I'm saying, did you get what I said? Let me look at you. So discuss it. Don't get started. So when you say this just like wait. So you need I say what you discussed is but everyone is
income, they recently sold their old plastic TV for $200. That puts it here for on variable income, which is the subtotal variable income is $200. Then we add to get the income, total income, which is $908. Then we move to expenses. So for expenses, it is written here that this ends, first they set aside 208 for rent. Then we write rent 208. For food and toiletries, they estimated 170. Food and toiletries 170. Because for electricity and water is expected to be $80, right? Electricity and water $80. Then they also set aside $50 for transport if they need to commute to work. Then we write transport $50. The other insurance expenses come to $50. The other insurance, right? $50. We also have for internet and mobile services. Internet, we have $15, and mobile phone services $20. Then finally, they get in May, we have $40. Then we add the subtotal of the needs, which adds up to $705. Then we have optional expenses. For optional expenses, it is written here that Lisa wants to buy new curtains for her daughter Agnes's room. So curtains for Agnes's room, $50. Then they also spend $30 to repair their water heater. Water heater repairs $30. And it adds up to $80. So the total expenses, they add up to $785. So to get the total income minus expenses, which is $185.
Let's shower. Is there anyone with a different answer from what was said? Anyone with a different answer? Right? So you are aware of how to come up with the family budget. Let us say if the income is less than expenses, how then do we adjust the budget? If there is a deficit which occurs when income is less than the expenses. It's less than the expenses. How can we adjust? This is practical life. If your income, if you budget, you see that your income is less than the expenses, how would you adjust? You do nothing. Palestine. Yes. You cut on optional expenses. That's why we recognize those expenses. You cut on optional expenses. What else? You are not only touching on expenses, you can also touch on income. What do you do on income? Yes, Molly. How do you use your income?
Let's say, no concept of variable income.
You can say out loud, I don't get new money, celebrate of everyone.
Like for income, and see, no concept of we are going to So can I have it, from a contribution, I don't have a increase.
Okay, because Lisa is contributing to the family, if it is a family budget, Lisa should put more contribution. But rather, you can diversify income. You have another project. I see what this is up. Yes, you can sell some other things that you no longer use, like what they pay into. They sold the flat TV that they had to increase the what? The income. So this is what you do. You look at how you can adjust either on income or expenses. So you adjust either the income or the expenses. Like you said, cut on ones. You have more streams of revenue, diversify income, right? What else? There are many. Yes, Vanessa?
Maybe improving on sales volumes.
Improving on sales volumes, yes. What else? Yes, what?
You can trim down the money industry expenses.
Yeah, the Lord see, he said that you said, no, we cannot do without them. So you see for you to trim down the what? The expenses, right? Okay, so this is now how you adjust. So we now want you to do your own budget. If you go on to page 57, it says my budget. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to complete your own budget, my own budget, so that you can hear from a volunteer on how they would have completed that. So let's complete my own budget. My own budget. Yes, let's complete my own budget. This one is doing it individually. Absolutely no need to whisper to your friend. Unless if you don't know where you're getting income from. Unless if you don't know what expenses you gave in your place. But I assume you go against theirs. So there's some way we can speak, they write what I cannot read. Because it's a pencil. And when I get to them, I cannot read.
bought a flat TV, and it's a flat screen TV. It is written here that in addition to their regular income, they recently sold their old flat screen TV for $200. That puts it here for on variable income, which is the subtotal variable income is $200. Then we aim to get the income, total income, which is 908. Then we move to expenses. So for expenses, it is written here that this ends, first they set aside 208 for rent. Then we write rent 208. For food and toiletries, they estimated 170. Food and toiletries 170. Because for electricity and water is expected to be $80, right? Electricity and water $80. Then they also set aside $50 for transport if they need to commute to work. Then we write transport $50. The other insurance expenses come to $50. The other insurance, right? $50. We also have for internet and mobile services. Internet, we have $15, and mobile phone services $20. Then finally, they get a maid. We have $40. Then we add the subtotal of the needs, which adds up to $705. Then we have optional expenses. For optional expenses, it is written here that Lisa wants to buy new curtains for her daughter Agnes's room. So curtains for Agnes's room, $50. Then they also spend $30 to repair their water heater. Water heater repairs $30. And it adds up to $80. So the total expenses, they add up to $785. So to get the total income minus expenses, which is $155.
Let's shower. Is there anyone with a different answer from what was been said? Anyone with a different answer? Right? So you are aware of how to come up with the family budget. Let us say if the income is less than expenses, how then do we adjust the budget? If there is a deficit which occurs when income is less than the expenses. It's less than the expenses. How can we adjust? This is practical. If your income, if you budget, you see that your income is less than the expenses, how would you adjust? You do nothing. Palestine. Yes. You cut on optional expenses. That's why we recognize those expenses. You cut on optional expenses. What else? You are not only touching on expenses, you can also touch on income. What do you do on income? Yes, Pauline. How do you use your income?
Let's say, no concept of variable income.
You can say out loud, I don't get new money for the benefit of everyone.
Like for income, and see what concept
Okay, maybe she's saying because Lisa is contributing to the family, if it is a family budget, Lisa should put more contribution. But rather, you can diversify income. You have another project. I see what you say is up.
They can sell
Yes, you can sell some other things that you no longer use, like what they pay into. They sold the flat TV that they had to increase the what? The income. So this is what you do. You look at how you can adjust either on income or expenses. So you adjust either the income or the expenses. Like you said, cut on ones. You have more streams of revenue, diversify income, right? What else? There are many. Yes, Vanessa.
Maybe improving on sales volumes.
Improving on sales volumes. Yes. What else? Yes, what?
You can trim down the money you're spending on social expenses.
Yeah, the Lord see, essential to say, no, we cannot do without them. So it's simply going to trim down the what? The expenses, right? Okay, so this is now how you adjust. So we now want you to do your own budget. If you go on to page 57, it says, my budget. I'm going to give you just a few minutes to complete your own budget, my own budget, so that you can hear from a volunteer on how they would have completed that. So let's complete my own budget. My own budget. Yes, let's complete my own budget. This one is doing it individually. Absolutely no need to whisper to your friend. Unless if you don't know where you're getting income from. Unless if you don't know what expenses you gave in your place. But they are assuming you are less bad. So there's some way we can speak they write what I cannot do it. Because it's a pencil. And when I get to them, I cannot read. I'm already seeing someone with the deficit. Just put it as it is. We have a deficit, there is a chance for me to get assistance, right? Now you check to do your budget. Now you check to do your budget. I'm waiting to hear bingo. This time of bingo is coming. Yeah, so, okay. Waiting for another bingo. Another bingo. Good. Okay. Maybe not necessarily telling us the amounts. You wonder, is there anyone who can share with us their budget to say these are the aspects or these are the items on my budget? So the budget is something personal. Maybe we might not want to end the figures as they are. Is there anyone who is willing to share their own budget? Maybe the elements that they put in their budget. You can try? Yes, Maureen. Let's shower Maureen as she comes in front. Shower to Maureen. So just need the summer. You do not necessarily need much time. Just share the summer.
Source of income, fixed income, we have money from business. then subtotal 200. Then on variable income, I have girlfriend allowance $50. Subtotal variable income $60. Then total income the $250. Then expenses, essential expenses. I have food $4, banners $4, clothes $10. Then accommodation kit, which add up to 116. Then optional expenses. Buy a new cell phone $50, ice cream $10. Then subtotal 160. Total expenses, which is buy a new cell phone $100. Then ice cream $10. Subtotals of 110. Total expenses, we add 160 from essential expenses, then 110 from optional expenses to give us 226. Then we subtract from 250 and it's income expenses.
Let's shower. We have limited questions because this is a personal budget, right? But did you follow? Taking it from Melissa now to ourselves. Do you mind to follow how she was presenting your budget? So this is how we create budget. Do you have any questions? Do you have any questions? If anyone has any question, you can raise your hand. Okay. Now to conclude, let's look at the objectives and see whether we've covered all the objectives. Objective number 1, to create a budget to achieve goals. Did we do this? If we did it, you raise your hand, say we're going to do this. Right? Then objective 2, understand different budgets like personal. Did we do the personal? Yes. Like the business, did we do the business? Yes. Did we do the family? Yes. So we covered this objective. Right? Then the third objective, learn ways to adjust a budget to cover a deficit. Did we cover this? Are you sure? If anyone is not clear, you raise your hand. So I'm sure we covered this. So if you are saying we covered everything that we planned to cover for this session, and if you are saying you don't have any other question, I think this marks the end of our session. Can we show ourselves? I think our next topic will be delivered by Titi on issues to do with a savings product. That's all. Tomorrow, that will be tomorrow, the next session. Savings project. So I want to